Jacob.
Big up. Happy Friday indeed. How are we doing, everybody? October 20th, episode number 77 here of the Untitled series. How are you doing? We do got Chewy today. He's not on strike still. We got Chewy, y'all. I got him to show up for a stream. So how about that? My recruitment skills are top notch. You should know by now. How's everybody doing, though? I hope you're feeling too blessed to be stressed. I am. It is another Friday. Just got my son to sleep. I wasn't even planning on doing a show, but here's how serendipitous it is. I brought up a word from yesterday. Yes, I did. It is so serendipitous. My wife was supposed to be working right now, and I was like, man, I don't want to do like a late show. So, but one of her clients canceled. My son went to sleep. I was like, the stars are aligning. I think it's time to get on to the YouTube and talk about Fulham versus Spurs. But how's everybody doing? I hope you are well. I am. Guys, I see there's already a few of y'all checking into the chat. That is most welcome and most beautiful to see. But good afternoon to those of you in the US. Good evening to those of you in the UK, and good morning to those of you in Australia. Happy Saturday. So it's already the weekend for those of you down under. So big up yourself right now. Whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're feeling too blessed to be stressed. But let's see who got the first place prize. But before I do that, let me let you know, if you didn't already know, the question of today is, what are your thoughts about Spurs versus Fulham after the weekend? I said after the weekend just to remind you that we do not play tomorrow. We do not play on Sunday. We play on Monday. And you know what? It's going to be what it's going to have to be, I suppose. But there's a few ways you could look at it. You could say, hey, we got a few more days of rest, a few more days of Ange Postecoglou getting into their heads before a match after an international break. That's one way to view it. Another way to view it is, woe is me because I didn't get a game this weekend. But you know what? We get one on Monday. So I guess it's kind of like an extendo weekend if you think about it that way. But welcome on in. Hit up those likes. I see people liking the video. I see people voting. 46% says hate to wait, but 3 points incoming. And I like that answer personally. And then 27% says tough test, but Spurs should win. They should win. Shoulds and coulds and woulds. What do they say about that saying? And then another 19% says 3 points. And happy you changed shirts. I threw that option out there. I knew Kate would probably answer that. And here she is with the first place prize. She gets double first place prize, actually. She says, big up, my friend. Big up, Kate. Big up, just a girl who loves Spurs. She says, can't wait for the shirt to be removed surgically from your back. Hashtag soap dodger. Now, it's interesting. Soap dodger is a phrase I've never heard before. But yes, it is true. I am wearing the shirt again, of course. I've been wearing it on strike, as you know. Anyone who's tuned into the show knows. I've been wearing this shirt out of protest. I don't like these international breaks. So the only way I can, I will. And this is the only way I could really stand up to them. But, we'll talk about it. But let's see who else is in the chat before I get going here. Gotta always say what's up to the people who are here early. And then also, if you are on playback, big up yourself. I know a lot of people can't make it all the time, and the times have been fluctuating lately, so sorry about that. But big up to everyone who does watch it on playback. I do see y'all in the comments, and I try to reply to every single one of you. A keyword there is try. But big up Lisa, says hello, Kate. Big up Jacob. Big up Lisa. Hope you're keeping well. Milton Nobrega is in the house. Says good afternoon, Jacob, and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is well. What's everyone's predictions for our game against Fulham? Milton, we'll talk about it. Don't want to just give the ending of the story away before we really open the book and crack open a few chapters. But we'll get there, Milton. I hope you're doing well, and good morning, Milton, as well, in Wollongong, Australia, I believe. Big up, Milton. And Alan Bennett says, question, I wonder who's coming back to work first, Michael or Chewy? Question answered, sir. He is here. Proof is in the pudding. But Michael, I think he's still in Dallas enjoying the not the World Series, but the series before the World Series. Baseball. apparently the Rangers are good, so that's very fun, and he's having fun enjoying that. Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs, is in the house. Says hi, Jacob and Chewy. Hope the family are well, mate. Come on, quiz, big up, quiz every single time. Big up, Kareem says hi, boss. South Africa here, using nickname because you couldn't say my real name last time. Damn, bro, I'm sorry. That actually, that makes me feel bad. I'm sorry that I couldn't pronounce your name. I want to know, but if it makes you feel better, the manager, the man who I'm wearing this shirt in honor of, that guy, I don't pronounce his name correctly, but I do that on purpose because I put a little southern twang onto the Ange. But that's neither here nor there. I'm getting the Wi-Fi signals, y'all. Tell me if I'm breaking out here. Not with the acne, but breaking up in the signal. But big up, Cream. If it's Kareem or Cream, I'm sorry again, but big up. Appreciate you tuning in all the way from South Africa. So hope you're doing well. Wonder what time it is for you. It's getting the evening, so good evening. You're almost about to hit the precipice of the weekend. Big up, Moondog. Hit me with a super chat already. Big up, Moondog, and all the Moondog family. Good evening, Jacob. Good evening, sir. How do you do? I tip my cap to you, but I'm not wearing a cap. But I do love this profile photo. And again, you blessing me 2 days in a row, Moondog. How about that? Appreciate you, man. Shout out you and Charlie Moondog. Big up to all of y'all. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you blessing me already. Already with the blessings. We ain't even hit the weekend, so I appreciate you. Let's see here. Donovan Osterreicher. I'm going to not try to pronounce your last name because apparently I just can't pronounce people's names right, and I apologize for that. But Donovan, this is going to be such a long weekend. Yeah, but I do want to say this, Donovan, before I keep going, that also, Kate coming in with a second super chat says, "Don't worry, Creeb. Jacob can't say anything properly." You know, that is the tale of my woes. Apparently, there's too much Worcestershire sauce out there in the UK, and I can't read everything. There's even English words that I don't read properly, so I apologize. I don't mean offense. It's all love and endearing, but big up nonetheless. What I did want to say before Kate so beautifully interrupt me with a wonderful super chat and blessing me on this Friday, so thank you, Kate, for the blessings. Donovan, it's going to be such a long weekend, but tomorrow I got the wife. She agreed. I'm going to do a laugh along for Arsenal versus Chelsea. I was thinking of a title like a hate along, an op along. I've seen some of these titles thrown around, Donovan, but you know what? I said, I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to, the vibes are always immaculate regardless of what we're doing here. Excuse me. But I'm going to be doing a watch along for Chelsea versus Arsenal tomorrow. It'd be cool if everybody dropped by and just say hi one time. You don't have to stay the whole time. We're just going to have a good laugh. Nothing too serious. I'll be chilling, watching the match, and we'll laugh at people, and I'll crack jokes at their faces and the way that they look. So if you want silly nonsense for a watch along, nothing too serious, come check it out tomorrow. Arsenal, Chelsea. And then I have some news that I don't know if I'm supposed to break to y'all yet, so I might wait on it. But for the Spurs-Fulham match, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'll just tease it that way. Something a little different going to be happening. But big up Donovan. It is going to be a long weekend, but tomorrow I got something for y'all. And then who knows, maybe if my son takes a nap in the afternoon, I'll go live again. Might even go live twice tomorrow. You know, my wife won't like it, but hey, Premier League is back, and I might just need to do it. We'll see. But big up FSG in the house as well. Says evening all. Just a few days left until we get our next hit of Ange Ball. Hey, inject it, Elvis G. I cannot wait. On Monday, we finally get a dose. I don't know if 90 minutes is going to be long enough, personally. But big up Drula as well. Double. Oh, look at all the YouTube chat. So much green in the chat, y'all. And it's just so nice to see. I appreciate all y'all grabbing them memberships. And big up Chang. He gifted a bunch of memberships. And then so did a bunch of people have gifted memberships. Wayne Bonner. I think David Shear has as well. Either way, if you got gifted or you gifted it yourself, big up yourself if you're in the family. I appreciate that. I am gonna do like I'm working on a set day to do either a weekly or bi-weekly members call-in show. So it'll be like a members only thing. That way, you know, if you do have a membership, you can feel a little bit more inclusive or exclusive. So that might be some fun. You can come on, chat with me one-on-one. Or if there's someone that I work with that you would like to chat with, maybe I could get them to come on too. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just workshopping some ideas for the members. We'll pick up all the members. Spurs GCTV's in the house. Good evening, Jacob. Hope all is well, my friend. Big up Spurs GCTV. Doing well. Phil Coy says, big up to Jacob and all in the chat. Come on, Spurs fans. Let's go. Come on, you Spurs. 3 points. We move. Big up, Phil. Hey, if you're not doing anything right now, you want to jump on, shoot me a text. I'll drop you the link. Always love catching up with you, Phil. Hope you're well. Hope your family's well. And oh, yeah, baby. I was just dancing to some music before the stream started, honestly, because I was just getting in the mode. And honestly, I'm super excited. I'm just there's going to be football tomorrow, and there's going to be football on Sunday, and then we play on Monday. We finally get our long-awaited dose of Ange ball. But big up, Phil. Hope you're well. Jacob, count me in for your Chelsea-Arsenal laugh-along. It will be a chuckle to hear your commentary for our favorite rivals. Yeah, I figured it'd be funny. Figured it'd be a good little bit of fun, so why the hell not? That was just how I felt about it, so we'll see. It might be fun. It might be lame, but either way, I'm going to have a good time. And anyone who joins, hey, hopefully you have a good time too. Big up, David. Says, good afternoon, Jacob. Hey, David. How you doing? Big up from Rich. Big up, Rich. How you doing, Rich? My voice kind of like, how you doing, Rich? Big up yourself right now, right in the face. Let's see who else is checking in. Steady as Shark. Hello, how you doing, Steady as Shark? With a little ball and a chicken, and I love to see it. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Ryman Islam says, yes, Yakub Chewy joining us today. He is here. He has showed up for work. And he's doing his job, which he's sleeping. Caption Grandma says, Jacob, I can smell that shirt from here. Hey, if you can smell it, then that's greatness. It is becoming a nuisance. It is one of those things where my wife's like, what are the dirty clothes? And then she grabs it, and I'm like, no. And she's like, still? And I say, yes. But big up, everybody. Hey, the shirt's coming off soon, but not yet. Not till I get my Ange ball. So we got to go the whole weekend with it. That means the watch along. I'm going to get nice and robust, so to speak, in it. So, hey, I hope y'all are along for the ride. But big up Spurs Psych in the house. Okay, joining in on the slanderous material here of my shirt wearing. Spurs Psych says, evening, Jacob. Thanks for the show tonight. In need of some chuckles. Hey, hopefully we can get a few laughs. I know I have a good time. You're always here showing support, so big up yourself right now. I hope you're doing well. We're going to have a little laugh. Going to look forward to a little bit of Spurs information and Ange Postecoglou quotes. There is a Philly fake out on the way that I believe. Mr. Postecoglou is not going to be as direct as he was. I think he is throwing the wool over everybody's eyes, Spurs Psych. So a little foreshadowing on something I want to talk about later. But big up Craig the Gecko Man says, big up Jacob and Chewy. Big up Craig the Gecko Man. How you doing? Chewy is here. Who even came up with Monday Night Football? That made me think of ESPN's intro to Monday Night Football. Big up Daniela Zito says, good evening. How are you? Good to see you back in the chat, Daniela. Hope you were too blessed to be stressed. Again, thank you, Moondog, for that super chat. I appreciate you. And pick up everybody in the chat saying hello. Hey, Moondog walks in and he just throws a super chat at me before he says anything. What a man. What a mighty good man. Big up Kate as well for the second super chat of the day. Love to see it. Big up Staffy. Staffy's texting me. He's live right now and he's texting me. How are you going to be live and you texting me? How's he going to be live and he's texting me? Big up Kate. Everyone, sound down on TV watching you. You're just watching with no sound. What does that mean? How am I supposed to interpret that? But hello. Either Arteta cries or Poch cries, must watch. Yo, I'm here for all the tiers. I hope it's very frustrating for both sides. And if there's a way they could both get 0 points, that's what I'm hoping for. I know it's impossible. I guess best case scenario is a draw, but funniest case scenario would be Arsenal losing. So if I had to put like my chips on the side, I think I'm hoping that Chelsea get one over on Arsenal. I think it'd be absolutely hilarious. They are at home, so why not let them dream, and why not hope for some laughter? It's gonna be funny watching them both squirming around on the touchline, looking uncomfortable. Chewy, I don't know if it's your hair, but damn, it's like I feel like I got a hairball in the back of my throat. I'm blaming Chewy. Moondog says, I hope the scum gets stuffed. Hey, someone said it's a weird stance to have as a Spurs fan rooting for Chelsea. But you know what I said? Hey, they're way down there at the table. It affects us less to see. But then I also, in turn, argued the point: if Chelsea start doing well, they start getting a little head of steam. Could they potentially and possibly think to themselves, "Oh, now we could get the job done versus Spurs," and have a little bit of confidence heading into our match? But to me, it doesn't really matter if you have confidence or not. We have Ange Postecoglou, and they do not. They got a fraud. Both squads have frauds. That's the way I see it. Big up. No stinky boy Jake. Yep, I am wearing the shirt, so you know it's a little stinky. Ellie's in the house. Big up Ellie. Says, hello, Jacob. What's cooking? Nothing yet, but it was payday today, so my wife is going to be spoiling us with a nice ordering of some kind of food. I'm not sure. I don't think we've decided yet, but nothing. I'm not cooking anything tonight. At least that's me enjoying myself. Big up Cowtown Greaser. Hello. That's a new name. Says, want to see Hill. How about Lo Celso? Look. I don't want it, but look, I'm foreshadowing for the show because we're gonna get into it. I'm almost caught up on the chat, and once I catch up with y'all know at that point, then I will be showing you the news that I have shared for the day. So everyone, big up for saying hello. Oh, never mind. Thought you changed shirts because of what the poll said. Guess I read it wrong. Stinky Boy is back on. All you got to do is look at the screen. Stinky Boy never leaves. Milton says, got a feeling Chelsea will beat Arsenal as Poch would be doing us a favor. Hey, I hope it happens. Everyone's been predicting us. If you watch any Big Six channels, shout them all out. All the ones that fuck with the channel, shout out. Big up yourself if you are one of those Big Six channels that fucks with Jacob. I would say this. Excuse me again. I would say this. Everyone's been predicting Arsenal to win, and everyone's been predicting Spurs to drop points versus Fulham. Now, for me, I think that both of those things could be highly incorrect. That's just my hope, I guess. Big up, Ren. Good morning. Big up, Internet pals. How are you doing, Ren? Good morning indeed. Out there, I don't know where you are in Australia, but I know it is morning time, so good morning. Alan says for the watch along. Oh, you're gonna have them on the TV and you're gonna listen to me? Is that what you're saying for the watch along there, Alan? Good morning, Inacoma. Morning. It's the weekend and no Spurs until Tuesday morning. Damn, it's not till Tuesday for y'all. So y'all gotta go the entire Monday. Oh my goodness. It's the bloody shirt that's making you cough, says Kate. Maybe that's what it is. I think it's Chewy. 100%. Jacob, I was going to say oxen a t-shirt for charity, but it probably wouldn't get through customs with that smell. You know, it might not, but to me, it means something. It means something to protest, to feel closer to Ange Postecoglou. That means something to me, Jimmy. That means something to me. Yes, always much love to Moondog. Get buffalo wings, says Rich. Maybe, my wife, anytime I suggest, there's a great place called Wing Daddies. They have a great flavor of tender that's Tangosaurus. It is like the best chicken tender I've ever had in my life. But she never wants to order there. But my birthday is coming up. That might be what I do for my birthday. Get some Wing Daddies. That might be the move. Big up. Thanks for the recommendation, Rich. David O'Laughlin says, evening, Jacob. I think Spurs fans hate Chelsea as much as Arsenal. A poll would be interesting. It would be. Maybe that's the poll that I will do for tomorrow, because I will be doing a watch along tomorrow. So maybe that's what I'll do, David. But big up. Hope you're keeping well. Ben Williams in the house says, sure, a drab 0-0 draw is the best for us. That would be. But I think it'd be funnier to watch Arsenal lose. I just think it would be really funny, and I would enjoy it a lot if that happened. Big up, Ren. She says, just north of Brisbane, or as it's known here, Bris Vegas. Oh, you got a lot of casinos, or what's going on out there? The casinos in like 24 hours, or what's going on? Big up, Nita. Nita's in the house. How are you doing? She says, hi, Jacob and all in the chat. I'm drinking smoothies called Well-Being Chatter another day always. Hey, well, I don't know what that's called, but I had a smoothie today as well, Nita. So big up. Hope you're keeping well. Just near the Crocodile Hunters Zoo. I follow the Crocodile Hunters kids on Instagram. If you probably didn't care, but the son, Steve Irwin's son, is really a spitting image of his dad, and it's quite fun to see. My internet is moving mad. Is that true? I'm looking. How? It says 0 people are watching. I think my internet is moving mad. Uh-oh. Let me see here. What's going on with my internet, y'all? It looks fine on my end. It looks good on my end. I don't know. It's not showing me the... It's not showing me... Jacob's been eaten by a crocodile. What's going on? Hey, yo, is it working? What's going on here, y'all? Sorry. Apologies. Yeah, it shows it shows that 2 people are watching. That's not cool. Sorry, everybody. I guess maybe the stream. Zapur says it's all good. Donovan says all good. Elvis says you're back. Cowtown Greaser says 30 people watching. It's fine for me, says Ren. Has it been moving mad? What's going on here? Is it me? I've just upgraded my internet. It's frozen. Yeah, and then everyone said it's moving mad. That's really disappointing. Brisbane has the best weather, but New South Wales have the best beaches. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Now it says 40 people watching. Zapur says never lost you. Yeah, I don't... It crashed, but you're back on now, says David Law. YouTube has been moving kind of strange for me, but it's like taking it extra long to load people that I've been watching throughout the week. So maybe that's what it is? I don't know. But that's really disappointing, if I'm honest. That's very disappointing. Because, here I am just trying to do a show, and then I guess no one can see it. So that's fun. I guess I'll just carry on the show, talking to my... Yeah, it says it says 0 people, and like the comments have disappeared. I still have this comment up, but the comments have disappeared. Y'all, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try backing out and coming back in, I guess. Let's see if it works. Let me see. Okay, y'all are saying I can see you now. I see it on the YouTube end. Like when I look down here, I see it. But yeah, it's like, it'll show like 50 people watching, then it goes to like 12. This is really strange. Just bear with me 1 second. I apologize, everybody. Let me see if I can fix... It's really messing with me. I'm just trying to I'm gonna go back and then come back in. Yo, can you see me? All looks good. Big up, Chris Peters. I guess you're in the chat. Yeah, it still says no one's watching, but I see the comments. So, let me try to woo-saw. Let me zen myself back into the mode. Sorry, y'all. I'm like really frustrated. I hate technology sometimes. I'm trying to keep the vibes immaculate, but like inside, I'm not feeling so immaculate right now. But I'm gonna run through some of these comments and Let's see. Y'all probably cheer me up. So, big up Arsenal for Life's in the house. He may not want to cheer me up, but big up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, we all lost you. Everyone dipped. It says 2 people watching. That's so weird for me. Whatever. I'm not going to think about it, but big up everybody in the chat still bearing with me here in this technological nightmare. This has been a nightmare. Overseas people, maybe. Big up Chris Peters in the house. Chris Peters, 10-inch club member. How you doing? Zabur never lost me. Yeah, like I was looking at the YouTube side on my end and it looked fine. But then all of a sudden on the StreamYard side, it was like you have 0 people watching, and then the comments like refreshed and all went away. Super frustrating, y'all. I apologize. Big up. It crashed, but it's back. Hopefully we're back. Drula says we're back. Nita, hi my peeps. Tottenham till we die. Network has got a virus. Sorry about that, y'all. Kate, I'm watching Married at First Sight later. Have you caught up with the drama yet? Oh, there's some drama. I don't watch that show, so I wouldn't know. Hard to disagree about the beaches. Noosa Beach. That's a fun name. Noosa Beach. Seems all good. Appreciate that. I don't know. I grew up in the Illawarra, Queensland beaches. Oh. I don't know where that is. I would have to Google it. Cream says they'll come back. Hopefully they all come back. Yep. Big up, Cream. Appreciate you staying here. No issues. We're back. You're fine for me, says Rich. Jim says he can smell me. So I think I'm back. Y'all are saying back. Everyone's saying you can hear me. Big up Patty Hartnett's in the house as well. Dude, I work in digital. Don't get me started on tech for sure. Yo, I'm like... Okay, so Rich, look, my shit was bugging before. Okay, let me put that, but let me try and say that more eloquently. My computer, whenever I logged in before I started the show, I jumped in and then everything was kind of like glitchy and laggy. So I was like, let me just restart my computer real quick. That's why I pushed the show back 15 minutes for those of you that were waiting for the show to start. So I pushed it back and restarted the computer, and I was like, hopefully that fixes it. And then it seemed fine. It seemed like it was working, but honestly, shit. Still says nobody's watching, but big up everybody if you are here. If you are here, make yourself known because I can't see you. YouTube, let me see. Let me refresh the YouTube. Maybe my YouTube's bugging. Maybe it's my Internet Explorer. I've heard a lot of people with Google Chrome has been messing around with them. Whatever, I'm just going to start doing the show. Hey, Ellie says, just did a promo push for you, Jacob. Big up, Ellie. Now I'm feeling blessed. She's pushing the promo for the show. Big up, Ellie. Appreciate you doing that. Immaculate on my end says, Archibald. Big up, Archibald's here in the house. Cream, you're too blessed to be stressed. Hey, I appreciate that. I hope you are too. I'm trying to not be stressed, but hey, y'all are still chatting with me, so I guess you can see me, you can hear me. It just says no one's watching. Tidal wave must have hit Google's servers in the Atlantic. Is that where their servers are? I don't think that is what. It's that shirt messing with your nose and the Wi-Fi, says Kate. No, I don't smell anything awful. It smells like Ange Postecoglou smells like success. Jacob, that AI, whatever that's mean, love your podcast anyway. Hey, not sure what that means, but appreciate you saying you love the podcast. Big up, Nita. Oh, look at that. A little hello. No maps tonight on TL unless you're behind 2. I'm all caught up. Oh, Married at First Sight. That's what that acronym is. It says 55 are watching. Oh, hey, big up to the 55 of y'all. Having a bunch of technical issues, so welcome into the show. Saw, dude, big up. You're welcome. Hey, thank you for that, Ellie. Never lost you, says Milton Nobrega. So you and Zapur are the only 2 that never lost. Y'all might be, remember how it kept saying that only 2 people were watching, and it keeps saying that, but then it says 0. So maybe Milton, it was Milton and Zapur were the only 2 that my stream was streaming to, I guess. I don't know. Funny, that little digital stuff. Tottenham's 3-point incoming, says James Paratrooper. Dropping in from the skies. Again, there is a poll. 72 votes. I don't know how many likes. It says 27 likes and 72 votes. So I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what's going on. I really have no idea what's going on with this technology, but participate in the poll. Let me know what your thoughts are about Spurs versus Fulham. 56% says hate to wait, but 3 points are incoming. I hope that is the case. I feel that way in my heart. I feel that way in my soul and in my loins. So when those three things align, usually that's what happens, but sometimes it is. Maybe that's what it is. Alan says I'm back. So Alan lost me. Big up Nate Pyatt. Nate Pie. Big up Nate Pie. Says morning, mate. Morning. Good morning to you. Hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat again. NCCP. Good to see you in the chat again as well. Says so glad you're back today, bro. Hey, appreciate that. I wasn't even gonna do one, but got lucky enough to do one. Don't worry, you are being seen. Says Elvis G. Hey, Elvis G sees me. Never lost you down here in Geelong. And that's funny, word Geelong. My wife and I made up a word Gee. It was because I was one of my son's first sounds. And so whenever you're complaining, you're being a Gee. So that's fun. Geelong. I didn't know that was a real place. Got to go visit there sometime. 55 likes says Nate Pie. Nate Pie's. All right, 55 likes. Hey, I appreciate that. Big up to everybody who is liking the video. We all made a plan to jump at the same time, Jacob. Was a protest against that dirty shirt. Hey, then it worked. If y'all planned it that way, then it worked. Because it really... But, hey, this StreamYard must not like me. But let's go ahead. I've caught up in the chat. I think y'all hear me. At least a few of y'all say you haven't lost me yet. So I'm going to carry on with the show as though everyone can see me still. So let's get right into it. Obviously, got a bunch of Ange quotes to get through, so let's go. Let's go ahead and get into it. Rand didn't lose you here in Noosa. Geelong. It's pronounced Geelong. Oh. Like Bee Gees. Oh, okay. Geelong. Geelong. I love learning phonetics. I always learn new ways to say new words that I've never heard before, so that's a lot of fun. I'm going to pronounce it Geelong because I like the word gee. But that's always fun. Let's see. I'm getting so distracted here because this fucking technology really messed with me. Ange Postecoglou. Let me go ahead and share this on the bigger size. Ange Postecoglou says, we're in a great position. I can't scroll all the way down because it's a video, and then they're going to get mad because I show it. So I'm going to show you as much as I can, which is the quote. That is important anyway. It says, we're in a great position. I think it's reflective of our performances so far, but it doesn't change the way I'm thinking and what we are trying to build here. We are still very much at the beginning. He is saying all the things that we say as fans, which is we are still at the beginning. We are in a great position, but look, we've been playing well, so we've earned those results. But it doesn't, I love the fact that he says, doesn't change the way I'm thinking and what we're trying to build here. What we're trying to build here. He hasn't even said that we started building. He's just said that we're trying to build. This man's talking dirty to me every single pre-match conference, and I don't understand why some people still doubt him. Now, look, I agree with him in all facets of this quote that I have pulled up. The quote that he goes on to say in the video that I cannot show, he says, you know, I encourage everyone to go listen to it, because a lot of times when you hear something, it sounds a lot different than a quote reads. But when you hear him say this quote that we're still very much at the beginning, it's like he knows that we haven't even taken off yet. He knows that the best is yet to come. And honestly, I love that very much. I love that very much indeed. The Crocodile Hunters local football team is called the Bee Gees. No joke. Hey, shout out Rip, Steve Irwin every single time. Hey, just want y'all to know in Australia, anytime I see a manta ray, I punch it. That's just for the homie. Anytime I see a manta ray, they catch these hands. RIP to Steve Irwin. I know he wouldn't want me to, but I got to. I have to. They've gone too soon. The vibes at the stadium is going to be immaculate after that long international break. At least it is at home. I would love to be attending personally, but I agree with you, Drula. I think the vibes at the stadium are going to be immaculate. Gooners, 0 point incoming. Hey, James, you weren't here at the beginning, but I said if you want to check the schedule on the YouTube, I already planned out the show, made the thumbnail and everything. We are doing a laugh along for Arsenal versus Chelsea. So you want to be here. We'll watch the game together, and I'll have a clock. We can sync up. like the moon and everything. Cream says, keep talking, it's all good. Did you check Matt's interview, one of our own? Yo, Madison at every corner is just showing me why I'm in the mud for even thinking that in the first place we shouldn't even. I got a quote here from Madison. Funny you say that, Cream. So I'm going to pull that up right here for you. James Madison on Ange Postecoglou says, quote, he's a really good motivational speaker. He has this way about him when he talks to a group of players. He's almost like an alpha male. When he's talking, everyone's listening. You don't even blink. You don't even blink. I mean, wow. Just wow. I paused there, y'all. I did pause. I'm not frozen. Hopefully I'm not frozen. Hey, 64 watching on Drula's end. Love to see it. Big up to 64 as he is watching. I can't tell. Can't really see it. StreamYard wants to keep me down, but y'all are keeping me blessed. I see the comments. So big up, Drula. Appreciate that. Nita says, Jacob, that is it. Artificial intelligence. Hey, they may be creeping into the stream. I don't know. Ange definitely talking to us nicely. Hey, what about this quote? And honestly, the way my screen's conspicuously covering it, it almost looks as if James Madison and Ange Postecoglou are smooching behind my camera. But they're definitely talking nice to us, the both of them, James Madison included. Let me mess with you some more. There's a Geelong sounding city in Taiwan, but it's written Keelong. Oh, that's fun. I didn't know. I've always wanted to visit Taiwan. I have a friend who's from Taiwan, and he always loved going back home. He says it's the best place on earth. Thank you, Jacob, punching the Stingrays. Hey, doing the Lord's work. We appreciate it. Yeah, I just have to. I never understood why it had to happen to my man Steve Irwin, the greatest, like, most gentle person on the earth, and a stupid-ass manta ray wants to puncture him in the one spot you're not supposed to puncture. He punctured the stupid Stingray. So, yeah, I punch him every single time. Don't like him at all. Big up Jacob, loving Spurs here in the great country of Canada, starving for some Ange ball. Big up Howie, and hope you're keeping warm. The weather's cooling off here in the desert of El Paso. May not be maybe a little too cold up there for you out there in Canada, but big ups, hope you're doing well. James says, I'm sorry to disagree with big bro Ange, but we are not at the beginning. We are at the end of our trophy drought. That is one way to look at it, James. But, hey, we need to end the trophy drought. But I love the mindset coming from the gaffer. The gaffer is already saying that, we're starting to build here. But this quote here from James Madison on Ange Postecoglou. 70 watching now. Numbers risen so lovely. Big up, Ellie. Thank you for that. No stream problems, mate. Running smoothly. Look, hey, as long as we're running smooth for some of y'all, I do appreciate that. And big up everybody who has hit the like and has participated in the poll. Get your voices heard. Why not? It's free. Yeah, I love Steve Irwin. Freaking love him. Miss him. Shout them out. That's why I follow the kids. Hope they're doing well. I feel bad for those kids too. Man, what a dad. Could you imagine how great of a dad that could have been to have? And like their experience with him got cut short. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Steve Irwin. RIP at the end of the day every single time. Punch a stingray if you see one. Fuck stingrays. I don't say that about a lot of animal species, but that is one that, you know what, everybody got to get punched up if I see you. That's just on site. It's just what it is. David says, Jacob, it's your turn to visit LA now so we can meet up. Number one and number two Sunny fans. Number one is you, of course. Hey, I appreciate the respect. I did see, so David, this is you who I saw those lovely pictures you met up with We Are Tottenham TV out there in LA. You showed him some beautiful hospitality. I will love it to come out there and meet you, my friend. If I'm ever in the LA area, I will be hollering at you. You can best believe it. So big up, David. I'll hit you up on Twitter or something. I don't know how they linked up with you, but let's link up if I'm ever out there. Same thing if you're ever out this way. That's very cool to see when content creators and supporters get together and they just have a good time. That's always very nice to see. But love this quote here from James Madison talking about how Ange is the alpha male. I was torn between my thumbnails today because my thumbnail one I was going to do was I was going to do like an alpha male and then do this picture of James Madison and Ange Postecoglou. That's what I was going to do. But then I was like, no, I'm going to use a quote from Ange, which is, we're in a great position because, you know what, that might just trigger some rivals. Some rivals may not like that, so maybe it's a bigger pull to go ahead and do that. So Cream says, ever seen Club where biggest squad attraction is the manager? Wow. He is attractive. I think the whole world's attracted to him. He's just got that father vibe. He's absolutely just got that father vibe. Now, look, here's Brennan Johnson. I starred this because I guess I wanted to show it and just show you that he's alive. Big up, David. That Brennan Johnson is alive and he's training and he's hanging out with everybody there in the room. His legs look okay, so I think he's gonna be okay. Big up, Tricky One. Big up, Tricky One in the house. Big up, Jacob in the USA Spurs crew. How you doing, Tricky One? Good evening to you, sir. Also, did you know Gareth Bale is still proper Spurs? So he posted on his Instagram. This is Gareth Bale's Instagram. Says time flies. 13 years ago. Just wanted to throw this out there because yes, he is still the GOAT, and I love him so much. What a lad! 13 years ago, the hat trick versus Inter Milan. What a lad! Hat trick as a left back. Love me some Gareth Bale, honestly. So big up Gareth Bale. 13 years ago today, where were you? Ange Postecoglou here also had a quote on the appointment of Johan Lange that I want to get to before some of the other stuff, just to kind of get it out of the way. He says, quote, I've had a good couple of chats with Johan now since he's been appointed. I think it's fair to say it is a position we needed to fill. And with all big football clubs, they become such an important part of the function. Knowing that for most of the part with the... let me start that over. They become such an important part of the function, knowing that for the most part that with recruitment these days, there aren't too many hidden gems out there. Everyone knows what's out there, and having people who are really adept and qualified in seeking out the ones who will be a good fit for us is really important. I like that because there aren't too many hidden gems out there. Everyone knows about them because the recruiting is so much better nowadays because of technology. It really is. So he goes on to say, that is Johan's brief, and I'm looking forward to him getting started. Obviously, we've got the January window not too far around the corner, so I'm sure he will be keen to get involved as well. Look, this is the guy. This is what he looks like. Now, again, he kind of looks like, what's that guy's name? James Corden? Who's that guy's name? He kind of looks like his brother. And they may or may not be related. I don't know. I can't say for sure because I don't know. But I do want to say this. He damn well better be getting to work. I want to know by next week who are we targeting in January. I don't want to get to January like we always do and we start saying, okay, well, let's start looking at some of this. Let's look at this. Who are we going to get there? And no, don't use the month of January to get one signing, i.e. Pedro Porro, in. Get it done now. Look at us now and say, what do we need? Where are we going to get some of these pieces and start putting them together now and getting those. Look, you can still approach a player in a club and say, look, let's get a pre-contract agreement. Let's get a pre-window agreement. You can do that to my knowledge. So it would be very foolish of us to not go ahead and utilize that, honestly. Little bit worried here with the quote, if I'm honest. Like, it sounds like he doesn't know if he's involved as well. I don't know. He looks like he's holding in a fart, says Rich. Here, I'll put that picture. Hey, you know, sometimes in a public setting, you got to hold it in. You don't want to just let it go. Big up Tom Martin, the newest member of the United Spurs of America family. How you doing? Evening, Jacob and Chad. Come on, you Spurs. Big up every single time. Brennan looks bigger in that picture. I think he's gaining muscle mass. He doesn't need to be gaining more muscle mass because maybe that's what pulled that ham bone. You start working out too much, growing that upper body, it might not be a good thing to you. The thing about Steve Irwin, okay, I do have to move on, but you are right, Jim. I cannot keep talking about Steve Irwin. I love him so much. Smooching for Tottenham Hotspur, loving and kissing always, my beloved Spurs. Nita, isn't it a beautiful thing? It's absolutely a beautiful thing. Our Badera, father in Greek. I did not know that was father in Greek, but I need to learn how to pronounce that word. Was in the Sensito for the Bale hat trick. You were there, Tricky One. Big up. Paratici still scouts the players. You might be right. There are many gyms out there. It's called going far and wide. That me too. But I think Postecoglou is just simplifying it for an effect by saying, like, look, a lot of these players, a lot of clubs have been looking at several of them because technology just makes it so much easier to scout. This is a guy who's been in the profession, Ange Postecoglou, for now, 20-some years? Almost 30 years in the profession. So I would say he has seen the difference in recruiting and scouting and how technology is affecting. So that's why I'd say maybe that's where he was saying there's not as many hidden gems out there as maybe before. Maybe that's what he's saying. I think Sonny and the team will win at least 7 trophies before he retires. James, that is a hell of a dream, but why not? Why not dream big? He looks like a James Corden Biff from Back to the Future hybrid. I don't know who Biff is. Do I need to Google Biff right now? Maybe I need to Google Biff. From Back to the Future. I know Marty, but I don't know Biff. Big up Tom Martin. Prince Harry lookalike. Not really. I don't think so. I don't really think he looks like Prince Harry. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So Ange Postecoglou also had a quote here on Brian Hill. I'll go ahead and read that out for y'all. It says, quote, Brian Hill, he can be really important for us. He's won, like I said, the last couple of weeks. It has been great to have him just working really hard at training. He's missed all of this season so far, and it's well chronicled that we lost Yvonne and Maynor, who play in the left wing position. Having Brian fit and available again is great for us. He's, I guess, in the same boat as everyone else, because at some point he'll be forwarded an opportunity, and then it's up to him. I love that. It's up to him. Of course, like he says, look, you're going to get a chance just like everybody else. It's up to you. It's up to you, Brian Hill. You. It is up to you if you watch this show, Brian Hill, big up yourself. But it's up to you to prove it. You ain't got to prove it to me. You got to prove it to Ange. You got to prove it to everybody. So, realistically, look. I like the fact that he's going to give the young man an opportunity. But then, key here, it's up to him. It ain't up to Ange if you stay in the 11. Look, there's an opportunity. There's 2 injuries to the left wing position. Richarlison hasn't been great at the left wing position either. Brian Hill, could you be better? Could you be better, Brian Hill? I like that he says it's up to him. He looks like the bully from Christmas Story. That's funny. Jacob, does this channel have an FPL league? No, I'm in a few different FPL leagues, but I didn't make one. Maybe next season we'll do one here for the channel. There wasn't enough people at the time, and I just didn't really even think about it. Ange Postecoglou goes on to say here about Brian Hill, he certainly has all the criteria and credentials to play in that position for us. Like I said, his training is getting stronger now. He's part of the group, and I'm sure he'll get an opportunity. Sounds like he's going to get an opportunity. Maybe Monday? Is it too soon? Bench? Are we thinking on the bench? Wait, I forgot. It's been so damn long since we played Luton. Was he on the bench for Luton? I'm looking it up right now. Y'all are probably going to tell me in the chat. Yes, he was on the bench for Luton. Could he potentially start at the left wing position over Richarlison, who was shown to be ineffective in that position? That's the question I'm asking you. Chatters, everybody here. Big up every single one of you that's here. Still can't see how many are watching. Ellie says over 70. So big up. Appreciate everybody. I see 92 votes in the chat, 26 likes. Maybe the likes are off still too, but hit up those likes if you haven't already, if you don't mind. It's not obligatory, but you can go ahead and do it. It costs you nothing. And 92 votes, 58% says hate to wait, but 3 points incoming. Hey, I love to see that as well. I love to see that everybody feels the 3 points are incoming, because I feel like it's for sure that we're going to... Hey, look, 4% says Spurs are going to drop points. Just watch. Gave an option there for the maybe pessimistic Spurs fans and the rival fans who think that we're not going to pick up all the points. All 3 points, I should say. Hey, Asna Potatoes in the house. Big up, David. I love Ange's man management as well. Look, some people critique him. I was upset, like in the moment when versus Arsenal, we subbed off James Maddison and Son. It just feels like when we do that, all of our creativity is gone, and we just look like we're trying to hang on. And I really felt like that was a game where we could have gone out and gotten all 3 points. So personally, while I've been upset, we're undefeated. I'm not upset about none of that at the end of the day. Big up, bro. I hope he'll Messi the best. Look, a lot of people want this kid to be good. I've been one of his biggest doubters since we signed him, and he has not shown me any reasons to let up from my doubt yet. Now, a lot of people weren't around when this channel first started, or when I first started coming onto YouTube and talking about how I felt. But I'm here to tell all of y'all, I've been a Brian Hill, I guess a hater. You could say, some said a hater back in the day, like, oh, he's such a Brian Hill hater. To me, he's just not shown me anything that he wants to be here, that he desires to play on a cold, rainy night away at Stoke, right? That's the saying. He's not shown me anything to say that he wants or that he will. He won the Europa League with Sevilla last season, and then there were some people in his comments that were like, stayed in Spain, we don't want you to go back. And then he did like fingers crossed, hands up, like a celebrate. Like, the man wanted to play in Spain. I think he doesn't want to be here personally. I fear it's another Giovanni Lo Celso type of situation, and honestly, I just don't think he's like strong enough in this league. What I saw from Solomon was that you can push on him and he ain't just going to fall over. And I feel like Brian Hill is a little bit different, where you can push on him a little bit, he's just going to fall over. Now, Richarlison kind of does it, which he shouldn't, but he does it to try and get a foul. I think Brian Hill genuinely gets pushed over, and it's not like and there was one good dribble I remember from Crystal Palace where I was like, oh yeah, this guy's really, maybe he's could do something. Or I think it was a dribble in the Champions League. I don't even remember, but this guy's had so many different appearances, and I think he has 1 assist or maybe 2. Just not enough, in my opinion. I haven't seen enough. And then again, he's also never been healthy for us. He's only been healthy for these Spanish clubs that we loaned him to. We've loaned him 3 different times. Clear, but again, we have been switching managers around. This guy's profile, a lot of people told me early on, look, his profile, he's the kind of guy who can operate in an Ange Postecoglou system, is what they told me. Chewy, the show is not over. I don't know what you think you're doing. You better get back on that bed and you better go to sleep now, doggy. Good boy. He can't hear me, so don't worry. That wasn't like verbal abuse or nothing. He can't even hear me. But big up. I'm not trying to be a hater on Brian Hill. I'm just saying, show me the money. Show me the gravy. Put the gravy on the potatoes, and then I will judge you. Right now, everything that I've seen is just not good enough. But again, one of those guys I hope I get in the mud. I hope he comes good. And people told me we were signing the Spanish Neymar. That's what people told me when we signed him. Oh, you're getting the Spanish Neymar. And at the time, there was a bunch of different wingers I would have wanted at the time, and I just felt like we gave Lamela and 25 mil for him, and then we just loaned him, and all we do is loan him, and he wins trophies other places, and he doesn't like it here, and he doesn't do anything anytime I've seen him in a Tottenham shirt other than just like fall over and kind of like dribble too much. The 1 assist again, like I said, but I just don't see it, and everybody's falling in love with him. Maybe it's because he looks like a beetle. I don't know. Maybe because people saw a little bit and they say, hey, there's enough spark there that I think a fire can be lit. Now, I'm not saying anybody's wrong or shame on anybody for feeling the way, because I see players and that I see those same things, but I just haven't seen it with Brian Hill personally. And I hope in 2-3 months I'm laughing at myself. Someone clips this and they say, look at Jacob hating on Brian Hill, doubting Brian Hill. But until he gives me a reason to really like think that he could do something, I gotta see it, and I just ain't seen it yet. That's all I'm trying to say. Big up nccp.com. Put your finger and press that like button, says Ellie. Hey, I like that. Cream says, yo, Jacob, you remind me of Mark Wahlberg, that Spurs supporter. Big up, Cream. I hope I don't remind you of Wahlberg. Apparently, he did some very nasty crimes back in the day, and I've never felt the way that he felt in those crimes that he committed as a child. If you don't know, just Google Mark Wahlberg crimes, young kid crimes, or what he did. It's not good stuff to read. But he's a good actor, but don't like him as a person because of that. Big up, Ellie. Yep. Hey, she says 79 and going up. Hey, everyone who's here north of 79, I can't see you. I can't see how many likes there are, but I can see how many votes in the poll there are. And there's 95 votes in the poll. Now, typically there's 20 people that vote in the poll but don't like the video. Now, that's okay. Again, you can live the life that you so want to live. But all I ask humbly would suggest you hit the like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow, and it costs you nothing. I saw a little heart go in the chat as well. So I can see the chat on the YouTube side, and I can see it on the StreamYard side. It just says 2 people watching, and on YouTube it says 26 votes. So it's really weird. But appreciate everyone who is hitting that vote. But based on the law of averages, I would say there's probably 76-ish votes here, or likes, but surely we could get those likes up. Don't call me Shirley. Yes, Brian was on the bench versus Hill. He is. I did look it up. If Hill can't do it under Ange, he never will. Look, I guess here's your chance. Here's your chance. And at the end of the day, when you get given a chance, you got to take the bull by both horns. Not one, not zero. You got to grab both them suckers, and you got to pull on that thing, you know? Anyone who's ever bucked with a bull, you got to pull on them things. It won't hurt them, I promise you. At first, when I was younger, and you pull on them bull horns, like, it make you think, oh, I'm gonna pull this horn off their head, and that's just not true. So go on, get that bull, grab him by both horns. Brian Hill, figuratively, literally, all the same. Don't know who you're referring to there, James, about Zach Ward, but Archibald says he's got to prove himself. It's personal standards with Ainge. Do you want to be the player you think? Hey, are you who we think you are? That's what it is. Are you who we think you are? Are you who some people think you are? That's what he's got to answer to me. Well, he doesn't have to. I mean, fuck me, right? I'm just some dude in America talking shit on the internet with a bunch of lovely, beautiful people in the chat who support the channel by hitting a like. So who am I? He needs to prove it to Ange Postecoglou. That's at the end of the day. If he proves it to Ange Postecoglou, then in retrospect, he proves it to me. So, like, in a sense, I could say he needs to prove it to me, but that's just not really true. Hey, look at that, 100 votes on the poll, and over half of y'all, 100, say hate to wait, but 3 points are incoming. So big up everybody who are hitting them likes. Big up every single one of you. Oh, I just refreshed, and look, there's over 90 of y'all in the house. I just refreshed, and there's over 90 of you. So big up every single one of you who have tapped in. Happy Friday, happy Saturday if you are in Australia or in that same time zone, and good evening to those of you in the UK for hanging out with United Spurs of America. Isn't that just so lovely to see? Daniel Sandoval's in the house. Big up, one love. Hey, how you doing? Is Hill more fit than Johnson? Well, Johnson wasn't on the bench, was he, last week? No, he was not. I just looked. He was not. So I would assume yes. But what the hell do I know? I would assume yes. Omar Francisco says Brian Hill should be starting the next game. What has he done to earn the start? Does he get the start out of lack of options, or does he get the start based on what? For me, I personally would start Brennan. Like, if they're both at the same and around fitness, I would start Brennan Johnson personally, because I've seen more from Brennan Johnson in the first 15 minutes versus Arsenal than I've seen from Brian Hill in 13 matches. I think he has like 17 matches, 13 starts. So me personally, I would start Brennan Johnson over Brian Hill. That's just how I feel. But, you know, again, I trust Ange Postecoglou's judgment. If he thinks Brian Hill's going to go out there and execute the game plan better than Brennan Johnson would from the jump, then who am I to say he's wrong? Tricky One says, think Brian Hill should get his chance versus Fulham. Maybe that is the time. Or is Crystal Palace away from home this time? We did just hit an hour in the stream. Big up to every single one of you who are hanging out with us here on this Friday night at the hour mark. Is when I usually start trying to plug everything, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, big up to Staffy TV. He rated Jacob TV, so big up. I see there's some people watching now on Jacob TV. Big up. I simulcast on United Spurs of America at the same time I simulcast at Jacob TV. So big up to those of you who are joining on over from the raid onto Jacob TV. That is where I do like the Jacob TV is where I do like gaming shit and more diverse topics. But big up everybody. Big up Staffy TV for doing that. Appreciate everyone. Faisal says Hill to replace Yvonne and pair with Richie. Also Lo Celso from the bench, maybe. Prefer Brennan and Son starting if both fit. I agree, Faisal. I say if Son's fit, simulcast. What a word. Big up with Sim. Yeah, there's like a few people watching over on Jacob TV. Hit that like and subscribe over on Jacob TV. Get them subscriptions up. Let's see if we can get that channel monetized at the same time. I prefer Son to start in the 9 and Brennan Johnson if he's fit over Brian Hill or Lo Celso or anything. For me personally, Faisal, that's where I stand. But, we'll see. Again, I got to trust Ange Postecoglou at the end of the day. Bursting Bubbles says, I said hate to wait in the poll because easy 3 points, but I'm chill with it. See rivals slip who are desperate for points to go above us. Extra days rest for our internationals, and we get good airtime on Monday Night Football. Big up Bursting Bubbles. A lot of positive things right there. A lot of, and I appreciate that. You're providing a little bit of more of a positive twist on it, and I do appreciate you doing that. Big up, everybody. It shows over 100 of y'all in the house, but I know it's kind of split up right now between Jacob TV and United Spurs of America. That might be confusing for some of y'all, and apologies. But we're trying to share the butter everywhere. I don't know if Staffy meant to send the people to Jacob TV or he meant to send them to me, but either way, the sentiment remains the same, Staffy, so appreciate you. Jacob likes girth, says Jaco. Oh, well, who doesn't? Because Conte never gave Kill Messi a chance. Okay, that's he did a little bit. Melod FC says, well, he played dinosaur football. Hill suits Ange's play style. That's what I've been told since we hired Ange. That is what I've been told. Staffy just texted me. Yeah, no worries, brother. You sent it to Jacob TV, so you still sent it to Jacob, just a different channel that's on at the same time. But big up to everyone who's over there at Jacob TV and who's hanging out. Hit that like and subscribe one time. Jim says, Hill has never really had a good run in Jacob, so it's hard for me to judge. That's fair. I think that's fair, Jim. Big up to the over 100 of y'all watching on both channels. I don't know why it's confusing me, but Rich says, I think the front three of Kulu, Son, and Brennan Johnson, Hill and Richie to come on later. That's where I'm leaning, Rich. That's kind of what I'm predicting. So let's talk about it. I mean, that's what I predict is going to happen. If everybody's fit, everybody's good, maybe we see Brian Hill. How many? I don't know if it was a direct question that Ainge was asked about Brian Hill, but this was his answer about it. So clearly he believes the young lad will be getting his chance at some point. Hoyberian for Basuma, says Drula. That is the quote. Now, that is the next subject that I do want to talk about. Because I feel like we're doing a little bit of the Houdini. That's just my opinion here. This feels very direct from Ange Postecoglou. So he's speaking on replacing Yves Basuma, says, quote, with Basuma missing out this game, we had to adjust without him at Luton, which I thought we did awfully well with 10 men. We've got some options. Certainly Pierre is a ready-made replacement. He's been training really hard. He's obviously probably wanted to be playing more because he's pretty much been a constant for the last 2 to 3 years. But when he has come on for us, he's done really well. For me, he's the logical one to come in, but we've got a couple sessions to go. So he's saying to Pierre here that you are not a lock, but you are the logical option here. That's what he's saying to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Sorry, Staffy's texting me. Let me just tell him. All love. All love, brother. So I feel like with this message, he's saying that, look, Pierre, you are the most logical choice to replace Basuma for this match. And you probably want to be the one to replace Basuma for this match. But we've got a couple sessions to go. To me, that means that he's still holding out hope that someone else can impress him. Now, I alleged yesterday, shout out to those of you who did watch yesterday's show. I did reference on that show. Yeah, big up Staffy. I do appreciate you, brother. Sorry. I did say on yesterday's show that Giovanni Lo Celso never fucking tweets about Tottenham Hotspur, but he tweeted about us last night, and it was kind of late. Like, he would have been late. He just had dinner, and he's like, let me post these Tottenham training photos and say, we're back, hashtag Coys, which is more than Harry Kane said when he was here. He never hashtag Coys. But anyway, that's besides the point. My thing about Giovanni Lo Celso here is he posted photos that we're back, and it's him and then it's him training, and then it's him posing with Yves Bissouma. So my thought was he's trying to butter up with Bissouma and say, let me figure out how you do this and that and the other. This is an alleged. This is my allegations here. I think he's trying to learn how to do what Bissouma do to see if maybe he could play that same role for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a smokescreen from Ange Postecoglou. Now, again, that might be a wild shot in the dark here, but for him to just come out and be like, yeah, Højbjerg's the starter. He's obviously the most logical one. Like, I feel like he just said the obvious answer, which was what I said when people say, "Oh, who's going to come in for Bissouma?" I said, "Oh, well, obviously a logical answer would be Pierre-Emile Højbjerg because he came on for Bissouma when he left with the red card, and we won that game, and he's been a starter for us for a long time." So it's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought indeed to see who you think might come in for Yves Bissouma. But I'm throwing in Drula. I know I have Drula's comment highlighted here, but I just really think maybe this is a smokescreen and Giovanni Lo Celso is going to get that start. I cannot wait for Monday, and it fucking sucks that we have to wait all weekend. What breed of dog is Chewy? He is a mix. He's a mix between a Labrador and a Pit Bull. And we adopted him at a pound. They were going to kill the dog. Brian Hill needs a chance in our rebuild. In my opinion, he covers the grass in an Ange system. We can only try. Nita, you and a lot of fans do feel this way, and y'all could very well be correct. And I will be humbly eating my pie when when the man's cooking in the Ange system. But look, he's going to get his chance at some point. Was on the bench last week, so it could be building up for it, maybe. BRB, just going to call the RSPCA. Chewy in, Jacob out. Got to get a Chewy cam, but yeah, he tried to leave the show early. Big up Ellie out there plugging the show. 86 in and rising. I still see over 90 of y'all in the house, so big up to everybody. Keep hitting those likes, whether you're on Jacob TV or United Spurs of America. I do appreciate you very much for hanging out with me on a Friday night. I'm looking. I see 94. We are 6 likes away from hitting 100 on United Spurs of America. And how many likes do we have on We're 3 likes away from 10 likes on Jacob TV. So hit a like over there if you haven't already. Get it to 10 likes. And then get this one over here on this fucking video. Get it to 100 likes if you can. Or don't help. You don't have to help, but you can help. No, he's more of a David Silva type of player. Yes, just like Kulu Hater says, Alan Bennett. Look, I'll wear that shirt, and I hope he keeps doing well. Jacob, I'm going to hold you ransom. Give Chewy a big hug, or I unsubscribe. All right, hang on. Pause with me, everybody. Hey, Chewy. You okay, baby? You okay, Choo-Choo? Oh, you okay, Boo-Boo? I wasn't being mean. Be up, Boo-Boo. You good boy. Deaf dog. No, don't get up now. We're doing a show still. I was just showing you. See, this is what happens. I show him some love. Now he's up, shaking his ass. But big up, Ball Bean Counter. I gave him some love, so you can't unsubscribe. I didn't hug him because he smells like a dirty dog, but I did give him some loving. Oben EE, big up. How you doing? Says, when Conte's team started falling apart, Brian Hill was one of the ones who stepped up before he got injured. Again, before he got injured. How many times has man always got to get injured in our club? I've seen it. He's like Ryan Sessegnon. And did you know Emerson Royale now has as many appearances as Ryan Sessegnon? That's fucking insane to me. Hashtag hug Chewy for subs. Maybe I need to do that. Do a sub. Get the subs up type of show, but it's just Chewy. And I'm just going to do a 24-hour stream of Chewy and just focus a cam on him. And it's not going to be content. It's not going to be me. It's just going to be fucking Chewy's 24-hour day. Jagjit Rawat says, love from India, Jacob. Morning, 4 a.m. here. Good morning. I hope you were well. Thank you for being here at such an obscure hour. Chewy definitely just farted. Whew. Bro. Wow. Whoa. Whew. But big up Jagjit Rawat. Sorry, my dog farted as I was saying what's up, and thank you for for watching here. Just gonna cover my nose for a little bit because honestly, Wow, that was robust. Tot Spurs says, big up Jacob and all. How you doing, Tot Spurs? Lisa says, you have more likes than viewers at the moment. Best in YouTube Landia. Oh, look at that, Lisa. Love that. If we can, that's what I love about the viewers here on the channel. All right. That y'all always bless me with the likes. I be seeing, other channels and stuff. I'm not trying to compare myself to other. All right, we're good. Not trying to compare myself to other channels or nothing, but the folks who tune in to United Spurs of America, there's only like 4 people who don't want to see the channel grow. And there's usually about 15 to 20 of y'all who don't like. And that could just be simple. You didn't want to, you didn't have the chance to, and that's okay. But for the most part, everyone here shows a lot of love, and that's what I like. The immaculate vibes, no matter what. And I see we were 1 like away from 100, so we're about to break the 100 threshold of likes, and I appreciate that. That is a great goal that I have set. That 100, 150, depending on how many people are watching, is kind of my goal. So I appreciate every single one of you who helped me achieve that. Alan Bennett, Hill or Dyer? Brian Hill. If I have to choose, it's got to be Brian Hill. Everyone is loving the show because the show is worth loving. Isn't that sweet? Big up Hussein with This Is Football. My brother, my man, how you doing? Simulcast, what a word. Yeah, simultaneously streaming at the same time. Double the channels. But one is for FIFA and one is for just Spurs stuff and other Big Six stuff. But we'll see. Big up, good day, Staffy, United Staffy of America. Did he comment that in this chat, or did he comment that in another chat? I don't know. He may have. We'll see. Hill Messi's going to be on fire on Monday, says James. Love to see it. Howie says Brian Hill should get significant time. As Ange said, defending his Carabao Cup departure, I have to see what I've got. Is Fulham the time you want to see what you got? Is that when we're doing that? I'd have Brennan on the right and Kulu in the middle to replace Basuma, says Kate. Okay, Kate's out here playing FIFA with her formation. But maybe that is the move. We shall see. Let's see. Gunnar versus Chelsea's, we both win. I hope we both win. I hope we win and they both lose. It might be in the north, but Immaculate Vibes are still here. Big up Ben Kaufman. The Immaculate Vibes know no bounds by geographical location, my friend. So I hope you're enjoying your vacation so far, your break. I appreciate you tapping in for some Immaculate Vibes. Just get a quick little dose of Immaculate Vibes. Should be some fun. Big up, Ben. Hope you're keeping well. Good day, Paratrooper from David Shears in the house. Did I miss David Shears saying hello? Did I miss it? I see this. Good day, Ellie. Oh, here it is. Good morning, Jacob and chat. I missed it, David Shear. My bad, brother. Hope you're well. Says good morning, Jacob and chat. And then he shares the love to everybody in the chat. So everyone, big up David Shear. He's a big time out here. How you doing, David Shear? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Ellie says Højbjerg won't let us down if he plays. He is a Viking-spirited warrior. Fighter. Why did I say warrior? Big up Ellie. She loves her Højbjerg. And you know what? I love it. Agendas will agenda, and you got to stick with it. And I love to see it. Yep, both arms still attached and breathing. Hey, isn't that a good sign? Brendan Johnson shouldn't play on the left wing. He is a right-footed player. I mean, Gareth Bell's a left-footed player, and he played on the right wing just fine, I thought. Staffy TV, smash the likes on both channels. It's not that complicated. Big up Staffy TV. Appreciate that. Good little reminder for everybody. Højbjerg to start the next 2 games, says Oben. So you're saying even though when Basuma comes back for Crystal Palace that you are benching him. You're benching Basuma for Højbjerg versus Palace. Is that because of the yellow card accumulation or what? But I wouldn't do it. Højbjerg will come in for Basuma, says ball being counter. I hate Liverpool, says Alan Bennett. Why not? Everybody stay safe out there. Do you rate Højbjerg, bro? Says Asna Potato. Look, I rate him as a professional. I rate him as a guy who's willing to go out there and put his entire physical body on the line for the team. At no moment did I say when watching him that he seemed like he wasn't completely committed. And that's more than you could say about a lot of players. And a lot of players have been earning a lot of money here for a long time. And honestly, if you look back and you say since Højbjerg's been here, overall, he's been our best midfielder. Now, I know Bentancur came in. He showed us a lot of great things. But like before that, too, he was still our most consistent midfielder. So do I rate him? I think he's fine. I think he's a fine player. I don't mind him off the bench at all. But I think we should upgrade on him. I don't think his style of play necessarily suits what we're trying to do. But I often compare Declan Rice to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I often make that comparison, and some people think I'm crazy for it, and that's fine. But I just always ask, name me 5 things that Declan Rice exceeds at well on the pitch. And whenever they name 5, I always say, well, those are the same 5 things that people use to defend Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Very average, not sexy players, but they get a job done. Is Rice better than Højbjerg at that? Yes. But I love making the comparison of the two. But honestly, I don't think he works here in the Ange Postecoglou system. I think he would like to start elsewhere. But for a Jose Mourinho, I think he's a perfect type of midfielder. Absolutely. Lo Celso must be on his time of the month. Big up, what's the point? How you doing? Is Ange just testing who really wants it, says David Shear. That's what I think. I think he's putting it up on a platter. Like I said for the Barcelona match, he put it up on a platter and he said, look, whatever the hungriest dog is going to eat. And now let's see who it's going to be. Is it going to be you, Brennan Johnson? Is it going to be you, Brian Hill? Is it going to be Lo Celso coming in instead of Højbjerg? I don't know. There's a lot of questions. And we get to worry about it all weekend, y'all. No choice. Basuma's missing Monday. Let's see what our Ange will do. Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out here. Adam William Cahill says, give me Sarr in the 6 and Lo Celso in the 8. I guess, hey, first of all, big up Adam William Cahill. He's directed a movie, if you didn't know. You should go check it out. It's not The Talking Dead, or what is it? It's a zombie movie, an Irish zombie movie. Fuck, I forgot the title. Great movie, though. I don't have a lot of faith in Lo Celso, I don't think, but I'm just throwing out this tinfoil hat. You know, I like my wild theories, Adam. I was just throwing out, like, hey, Ange Postecoglou is going in front of the world saying, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is obvious fill in here. He did great for us, yada, yada, yada. I think he's doing the old look here, and then in comes Lo Celso. Now, that could bode well for Lo Celso if that should happen, and that's kind of what I think might happen. I think that might happen. Whether I want it to or not, if he goes out there and he balls in the position, then fuck yes. Because finally we have a player in Lo Celso that can actually do something for us, and he doesn't have to take corners. Because if you remember when Lo Celso was starting for us and he took corners, he couldn't even beat the first man. And oh my God. And I hope the Twitter comes back, the Stop That Giovanni Lo Celso. And it's just, yeah, anyway, Lo Celso, again, I hope he muds me. I hope Lo Celso and Brian Hill, I hope they all put me in the mud, honestly, because then that means that they're doing well and we actually have a fucking player on the bench that can perform. Ellie says, my man Pierre is not limited. He's not average. He's a very good, solid footballer with a heart for the battle. I agree. He does have that heart for battle. He does, absolutely. Ryan Mason, I have full confidence in Højbjerg. His game is not as fast moving as Bissouma, but he is solid and he doesn't scare me like Skip, for example. Now, again, out of the lot that we got, Lisa, Ellie, I would absolutely start Højbjerg out of who we got. I wouldn't start Lo Celso. I just threw out the Lo Celso thing because I think Ange could be using this as a, what is it? Pull the wool over your eyes, or fucking when the cat comes home to the cradle, or whatever they call it. I don't know. But yeah, Højbjerg is going to start for me if I pick my 11. But don't be surprised if there's a little bit of trickery beyond the horizon. Cream says every player should be viewed through Ange's eyes. When we think we know, we don't. Cream, I love that, and I hope that the players that I've been harsh on, that my eyes tell me are not good, I hope that they come back to mud me, put me in the mud. So do you think he'll keep him out for Crystal Palace as well and bring him in for this scum? I wouldn't do that. I kind of talked about this when the Bissouma thing happened, because the announcers did so great at eloquently telling me the situation, and then I told a few people the situation, and then they were all like, oh, Jacob, how did you know these rules? You're so smart. And I was just like, actually, the dude on the TV told me. I just had to listen to him. So what I would do is I'm playing my strongest 11 versus Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park no matter what. And I say, Basuma, you are a professional. Go out there and play as clean as possible. Let's lock it up, and then I'll take you off and just play that match like you're already on a yellow. And if you get another yellow, it's a red for us. And you don't want to get 2 consecutive reds. That's how I would pose it to Basuma. And I would still play him because I think at Selhurst Park, I know Crystal Palace don't score much, but they don't concede much either. I think if you look at their goal to conceding ratio, I'm looking at it right now, Crystal Palace, 7 goals scored, 7 goals allowed. That's less than a goal a game. So say what you want about Crystal Palace. They may not score, but they damn sure look like they don't want you to let you score either. Yeah, 0-0 versus Nottingham Forest, 1-0 win versus United, and then a 3-0 loss in the Cup to United, and then a 0-0 draw to Fulham, and then a 1-3 to... So, like, they don't concede much. They conceded early on in the season, but in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches... Well, I guess they did concede 3 versus Aston Villa. Look, we should be able to beat Crystal Palace, so I'm not concerned. I just think we have to start our strongest 11. There's no reason to go and say, well, you know, he's going to... I don't want Basuma trying to get back into, like, playing form when we go against Chelsea. I want him to be firing on all cylinders against Chelsea. But look, you got to put the onus on Basuma and say, do not go out there and get a yellow. And put it on him because he's our best in that position. That's just me. Ange will do what he thinks is the best decision. Obviously, if he doesn't trust Basuma, he's going to sit him out for Palace. But I think if Ange Postecoglou trusts Basuma to do what he wants him to do, I don't see him going out there and benching him. I just don't. That's just me. Come on, ask your friends, your Spurs mates to come and tune in to Jacob, everybody. Big up Ellie, out here pushing the marketing. She might need a percentage of the stream fee. Oh, look. Hey, Ellie, big up. $10 dono. I missed it. You sent it a minute ago, but says, for your boy, Jacob, big up your son. Big up, Ellie. You didn't have to do this. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. But you've already, like, sent me a gift. We're talking about some shirts and stuff, too. So, hey, Ellie, you're blessing me. So thank you so much. I do appreciate this very much. A little cheeky 10-pound dono to the channel. Big up. Hitting us with the 3rd super chat of the day. Hydration Nation, go ahead and pause for the cause one time. And if you haven't already, use this opportunity while I drink some water to hit that like on the video and subscribe. Or don't. You can just drink some water also and stay hydrated because it's a crucial component to everybody's daily life. So stay hydrated, folks. Also, anyone on Jacob TV right now, I'm probably going to be doing a FIFA stream later with TJ Warren. So if you're into FIFA, we're going to be doing like pro clubs, and all we do is ball out there. So a big up, Ellie. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I appreciate you blessing the channel, blessing me before the weekend even starts. Not just you, but Moon Dog, and then also Kate, with just a girl who loves Spurs, has also blessed me. So I appreciate that. Y'all making me feel nice. But big up, Ellie. I appreciate you so much. You're super chatting and you're plugging the channel all over the place. What a lass. She's one of our own, Ellie, the queen of North London. Jaco says, Fulham barely beat us with 9 subs for us. No mercy this time. 5-1, Sonny 3, Richie 1, Sar 1. Jaco with the bold prediction. I love to see it. I'm just worried that coming back from an international break, that we're not going to score as many goals as people think we might. I think that's going to be a league-wide thing. That's just my prediction. Jacob, Ellie, and I voted you as one of the sexiest Spurs YouTubers earlier. Where stream was this? Because when I needed an ego boost, let me go ahead and listen to this. Where was the stream at? Put the link. Let me go ahead and appreciate that. We had fireworks here last night. Just found out my Pommy Staffy is deaf as a doorpost. Hey, David Shear, you're not the only one. Chewy here, he's deaf as a doorpost too. But actually, if I go up to his ear and I snap, he can hear that. So that's kind of interesting. I wish I was still in sunny Cyprus as the weather is shite now. Ellie, it's a state of mind. It's all about state of mind. I love dogs. They are a very good friend. Yes, they are. Yep, Rich, Chewy farted. It was really awful. I had to cover my nose. Guys, I know talking about Spurs right now is fun, but what do you think about Fulham? We cannot lose out. We cannot lose since we're out the Carabao because of them. Faisal, look, I've said before with the Carabao thing, I did not blame Ange Postecoglou. I blamed the club and the lack of players and depth, etc. But what I will say to this is also, when I think about Fulham, I got a lot of respect for them. Look, they got Adama Traore, the beast. You better watch out for him, because if he starts, he's gonna score. You just watch. But other than that, they have some pieces. Their coach is doing a decent job. Look, I don't even think. Let me check. Fulham, did they beat Arsenal, or they were down a man and they barely lost to Arsenal? No, they drew Arsenal and they were down a man. That's what it was. But their form is pretty good as of lately. A win, a draw, a win, loss, and then a win. So, but Chelsea beat them. Chelsea beat them 2-0. So we should beat them. We better go beat them. We're better than fucking Chelsea, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do that. Chewy just got told he never hugged you because of that small dirty dog with that shirt. Jim, you love the shirt. Quit hating. Quit hating. What have you been feeding Chewy? Chinese food? I don't know. He might have grabbed something. I don't know what he grabbed. He grabbed something. Oh, big up David Shear with the super sticker. Hey, how you doing? Let me look at YouTube to see what the sticker was. It is a... Oh, it's a flex. It's David Shear flexing. All right, David, go ahead and flex on him with the $5 super sticker. Big up. Appreciate that. Thank you for the dono to the channel, my friend. Thank you. Always so generous. Big up yourself right now. David Shear. Just got 101 likes. Is that true? 101 Dalmatians. Talk to me nicely. We have 108 likes. What a big achievement. I appreciate y'all helping me get that. 118 votes. So there's only 10 people that didn't want to like the video this time. We are moving mad right now. So big up for that. Wow. I appreciate everybody who's smashing up that like for me. It means a lot to me personally. It means a lot to the channel. So thank you very much. Big up Future Music is in the house as well. Hey, Jacob All in here. Big up Chewy with the silent killer. It was silent. Or maybe it was one of those that just goes like, and you're like, what the fuck was that? But then you realize very soon. Are you doing streams with Michael soon, Jacob? Yeah, I'm going to hit him up and see when he's down to doing. It's just things. He's been moving and he's had a lot going on. So I've kind of just giving him some space to take care of his life shit. So letting him do that, and he'll be back when he's ready to be back. This is his home. If he goes elsewhere, I will kidnap him and bring him back to his home. But we're just giving him some space to do his thing out there. He's moved into a very beautiful home, very large home. So big up Michael every single time. 2-1 in a scrappy win, Jacob, says David Shear. Get your predictions in before we end off the show. I'm not going to go too much longer. I don't know if I'm going to hit 2 hours, but we are on an hour and a half. So more or less, I don't know if we'll hit 2 hours or not. We'll see. Because I don't know that I have anything else starred on Twitter that I wanted to talk about. So I think the rest of this time, let's go ahead and do our score predictions and our goal scores. Obviously, we have some days to revise and re-edit our score predictions and etc. But assuming we have a full squad, maybe we should do 11 before we do score predictions. I don't know. But there's my son. He is awake. So let's do score predictions because that will be shorter. And then maybe either tomorrow or Sunday we'll do our starting 11 and we'll do score predictions again because you can never predict too many scores. So go ahead, get your score predictions in before we end off the show. And there's my beautiful boy. He's woken up. I think he's in a good mood. He was mad at his father before he went to sleep, and he decided his mother was his best friend, so he would go to sleep with her, but he would not take a nap with his father. So all dads in the chat, I took an L. Just wanted y'all to know. Well, big up everybody in the chat. What else are y'all saying here? Yeah, big up Ben every single time in the chat. Big up Bobby K is here. How are you doing, Bobby K? It's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. I was going to go till my son woke up and he's already awake, but I said let's do score predictions. So let's do score predictions, y'all. Højbjerg gets so much unjustified hate, in my opinion. I agree. I think he's overhated and not overrated. I think he's one of those players that you don't appreciate him until you really get it. Oh, Ellie, thank you so much. Another super chat from Ellie. It says, This is for you, Jacob, as you give us all such great shows, and you're a G. Hey, if I could be a G for you, I appreciate that, Ellie. Thank you so much. You've blessed me twice with double the love of a super chat. So thank you so much, Ellie, for that first one and for that second one. Wow. Thank you so much. These are big time super chats, and I appreciate you were helping the channel. You were helping me, helping the family, Ellie, and you're part of the family already, so you know that. But big up, showing love. I appreciate that so much. And I see a comment here from you as well. You say Lo Celso is a waster. So at least we know, hey, Ellie, you kept the energy the same because like, a year and a half ago when we did a few streams together, you said the same thing, that you didn't like Lo Celso. We both didn't like him. So big up, Ellie. I do appreciate that so much. Big up Cursor hitting up the likes as well as soon as he got here. Big up Chelsea Blue and Blue. Smash the likes. Hey, Chelsea Blue and Blue. We're going to be doing a Chelsea versus Arsenal laugh along where we're going to enjoy ourselves. So tomorrow during Chelsea and Arsenal, we're going to do a laugh along. So hopefully see y'all there. Sarum Basuma and Kulu in the guts, please. Whoa, in the guts. Skip doesn't scare me. He just has zero creativity. That's a good point there. Big up, Jim. Hope you're doing well. Skip just passes it back to the center back. Yeah, Skip reminds me of Harry Winks. Maybe that's just a problem that the academy has, like with his generation or something. I don't know, but that's just like a safety net. Hey, big up, Sahar. Big up, Jacob. I'm new to your channel. Hello, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Welcome. Sorry, I'm gonna have to try and end the stream a little bit more abruptly than I planned on. Didn't think my son was gonna wake up yet, but he is awake, and now I got to go back to do my 9 to 5, so to speak. But big up. I appreciate seeing you here. I don't know how to say your name because there's like a backwards R in it. It looks SEH backwards RE, which is actually really fucking cool. I don't know if you play for the band Korn, but they have backwards R in their name as well. So interesting that. Big up. I'm glad that you're here. Hit that subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Again, only immaculate vibes are required. That is it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to hit a like if you don't want to. You can. You don't have to hit a super chat, but you can. And thank you again, Ellie. Wow, I'm just like, I still see the yellow in the chat, and like, that's big time. So big up, Ellie. I do appreciate you blessing me. Did you see the pic of Lo Celso and Basuma? They know what they're doing. But it wasn't the admin. It wasn't even the admin. It was Giovanni Lo Celso who tweet. And Giovanni Lo Celso never tweets us, Drula. That's what I'm saying. That's why I threw the theory. I think Lo Celso may come in for Basuma instead. I'm just saying. It could be. Hi, Saidansa. How are you doing? Says hello, Jacob. Hello. Skip is the new wink, says Tricky One. Again, big up, Ellie. Thank you again for the 10-pound super chat. That means a lot to me personally, so thank you so much. Oben says, worst case, a draw at Crystal Palace would do. Basuma, not that bright to intentionally not concede a card. Yeah, I guess your opinion, you don't want to start him. I just got to go with the strongest lineup that I can personally. Big up Kaylee in the house. Says big up Jacob. I believe you're in London, so good evening. I think last time you were here you said London, or that it was the evening time for you. So big up yourself right now. Big up Mark Cook. Mark Cook, how you doing? Says evening all. Danny Kiriaku's in the house. Big up Jacob. Big up Danny. How you doing? I added you on PlayStation Network, my friend. So hopefully we can get something sorted together. Maybe you got to get that PlayStation 4 version and we could play some FIFA. Or EA Sports, I mean. Big up Ellie says, born and bred in Tottenham, Seven Sisters area. I have 7 brothers. Jacob, now isn't that some irony? Born in the Seven Sisters, but you got 7 brothers. That's pretty sweet. You should make an official PS5 donation bar. Yo, I'm super behind in the chat, actually, now that I look at it. Let me make sure I say hello to everybody. Cantab says, Adama injured. Are you serious? Jacob, you have to quit the Adama Traore obsession. I don't know if I can. You don't choose love. Love chooses you. Bald bean counter. That's what I got to say about Adama. Is he injured? For real? For real? Is he injured? Someone let me know. I hope you're wrong, bald bean counter. But maybe injured just for this match because he doesn't want to bang a hat trick on us. I don't know. Big up. David Shear says William's a good player as well. That's very true. Chewy is smart. He has selective depth. Maybe that's what it is. My wife and I did think maybe he was just playing deaf because he hates us. But it turns out that he's just deaf. You need to go cold turkey on a dog. I can't, bro. I can't give him up. You can't give up on love. You don't choose who you love. All right? You don't. Toastin injured too. What's going on here? Ellie, again. Ellie, wow. Thank you so much. Says this is for your good Greek wife. She allows you to do your thing. Big up. Hey, I'm texting her right now and saying, sorry, baby. I would sign off, but I just got another super chat. Wow, thank you so much, Ellie. You are blessing the channel 3 times over now. That's 3 of these beautiful yellow super chats. Wow, thank you so much. I'm even gonna like it on the YouTube side. I'm gonna hit it with a heart. And then Adrian Chia coming in here with a super chat too. Y'all are blessing me. I said I had to get out of here, but y'all are blessing me right now. Adrian Chia says greetings from Basuma Third Kit Society. Members equal 2. Well, look, I've got him in the picture right there in the third kit. I would love a Basuma third kit, but personally, I've been speaking with Ellie, and I've been telling her I want to get Romero and Van de Veen on the shirts respectively. But I already have a Basuma shirt. It's from last year though. It's when he had the 38. But 8 Basuma is big is a lot different. But big up Adrian Chia. Thank you so much. I love to see the third kit. I'm a cappuccino man myself, so I like the third kits. I love the awake. I like all of our 3 kits this year, honestly. Last year I was very upset with our kits, but this year I think I like them. Ellie, thank you again for this third beautiful super chat. You're amazing. I don't know how to thank you anymore, but thank you so much. I also can't wait for that jacket to come in, and I can't wait to wear it, and I'm going to wear it on stream just for you. And hopefully I won't be wearing this shirt underneath it during an international break, but we shall see. But again, thank you so much for the donations there, Ellie. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat, because something I do like to do here is at least just say hello to everyone. Here's some score predictions. Get the score predictions in before I end the show. I'll see them, and then I'll bring them up. Mark Cook, 2-0 Spurs, Van de Veen brace. Lisa says 2-0 Spurs, Kulu and Madison. Very nice. Kulu get on the score sheet. Jacob, would you rather run all over Adama or get a free punch in the face to Dyer? That's a good question. Since I'm more of a lover than a fighter, I'm going to say rub oil all over Adama. There you go. Big up. Ken Tab, I like that. Big up. Ken Tab, what did they say? Ken Tab have a good prediction? Oh, I missed some. I'm sorry, y'all. Ronnie says Tottenham 4, Fulham 1, Sonny 2, Poro and Kulu getting the other 2. That could very well happen. Big up. Ken Tab says 2-0. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg brace. That's why Ellie liked. Hey, that's why Ellie liked that. I like that prediction. That's a good one. Drula says 3-1 Spurs. Ricky Kane. Big up Ricky Kane. Says 4-0 Spurs. Big Spurs fan. Hey, Ricky Kane, how you doing? It's a great last name if it's yours. Kate says 2-0 Spurs, Romero and Son. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a nice one. Jim says 5-0 or 5-1. I love to see that as well. Big up every single time. Diop is out for Fulham. Very good. Tosin's injured. Very good. Adama Traore's out. Never like to hear it. He's out with it. He must have slipped on his oil. Yeah, things get slippery. Things sure do get slippery. Let's see. Let me make sure I don't miss any predictions. But big up, Ellie. Thank you so much again for this. Super distracting when you're blessing the channel with so much love. So thank you so much. Zapur says 4-0. Vicario with another clean sheet to prove Italy that they started the wrong keeper. Goal scorers, Son, Sar, and Lo Celso. Interesting. We do score goals from all over the pitch, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the sugar spread it all around. Have you seen the Chris Callan podcast? I have seen it a few times. I don't watch it all the time, but I have seen him a few times. He travels all over the place with the team too. Very, very interesting stuff. I say 4-1 Spurs, Højbjerg, Sonny, Matters, and Kulu from Ellie. Love this prediction. Y'all got us kicking they ass, and I love to see it. Done, bro. Hey, big up. Let me know how I'm supposed to say your name so I know how to address you properly. So apologies. Sahar. I don't know how to say it. Hey, 113 likes. Big up, everybody. I got 112 on my end, so maybe someone unliked, but that's okay. Hey, over 100 of y'all already liked. Big up, Jay. Big up, Jamie Gitt. How you doing? He says he's on vacay. Big up, Jamie Gitt. Thanks, Jacob. Parenting. I love the way you own it. Hey, guy, that's the best title I got in life is dad. You got to call me daddy. You know what I mean? Being able, hey, that's just, I wear it proudly. Love it. Big up Jacob on vacation, not forgotten you. Big up Jamie Gitt. Hey, enjoy that vacation and don't worry. You can run into me at any moment. I'll always be here, Jamie Gitt. Appreciate you showing support. Lo Celso can move the ball. I'm open to seeing him come in for Basuma, says Lisa. That's just a wild hunch theory that could happen. Might happen. Let's see if it does. Big up Terry Collins. Hi, Jacob from Australia. Big up. Good morning in Australia. You know what? Just for you, Terry Collins, and everyone in Australia, here's a victory kangaroo for you. This is only for the lovers of kangaroos, though. You got to love them, not eat them. That's what I say. But you know what? Everyone lives the life they so choose. Big up Danny Kiriakou. Yeah, get that PS4 version so we can play. That's the only way that PS5 can play with PS4, apparently. But big up everybody. Yes, Ellie, she does allow me to do my thing. Hey, I'm blessed every single day I get to say that is my wife. So she's, just as I said that, she poked her head in with the boy again, likely giving me the 2-minute warning here. So I got to continue to love you and leave you. But let me see if there's any more score predictions in the chat before we go. Ellie says the trackie told me it usually takes 2 weeks to reach USA. So any day now, apparently. Love to see that. Appreciate that. The Van de Veen shirts will sell out. Hey, I want to get a Van de Veen shirt myself. And Chewy's gone. There goes Chewy. He's done with the show. They're playing me, the Academy music when your speech goes on too long. That's what they're doing here for me. And honestly, I've got a lot of eyes on me in real life right now. So I'm worried. He looks so cute right now. And honestly, I can't wait to go smooch him. But big up. You said the way to pronounce your name is Sayray. Big up Sayray. Sayray or Saray? Big up Sayray. PSG Lincoln. He sold more than Mbappe. Big up. Donovan says 4-0. Big up Rodney Roberts. Gotta love you and leave you. But want to make sure I say hello. Ballbean counter 2-0. Love it, Ballbean. Spurs GCTV 3-0. Spurs win all day long, my friend. Cowlin, okay. You can pronounce me as Say-Ray. Say-Ray? What do you say, Ray? Bobby the Greek, have a good night, Jay. Big up, Bobby the Greek. Hope you're doing well. Hellas, my brother. 2-2, Brennan Johnson, Vicario assist, and Madison. Love that prediction, Rich. It's out of the box, and I love to see it. All my Spurs jerseys have my surname in the number 8. Okay, there you go. Your love remains forever. Big up Milton Nobrega out there in Wollongong. Mr. K checking in late, but don't forget to go back, Mr. K, and watch the rest of the show. We did have some technology issues, so I do appreciate everyone who hung out with me while I did that. Zapur, big up. I appreciate you. Don't mess with the Greeks, says Drula. Yeah, I'm getting the 2-minute warning. It's time to go. I gotta go. 4-1 for Mr. K's Spurs win incoming, he says. Good night, Jim. Good night, Kate. I hope y'all have a great time. There he is. He's gonna invade. He's gonna attack the lights. Little guy's confused why dad talks to a screen for hours to no end. My wife is also confused as to why I talk to a screen for hours on end. But you know what? We move. Big up Drula. Says big up Jay. See you tomorrow. And the laugh along again. Laugh along tomorrow. Arsenal, Chelsea. I wasn't going to do it to him, but then I thought, why not? Let's all just watch him and laugh along. So big up my son. He's going to come attack this. Big up Dundada's here as well. Dundada, peace and love, everyone. David got it in. 3-1. Bless you. Bless you. You okay? David, 3-1, Sonny Brace, Madison, love to see it. Jamie Gitt, is Hill or Lo Celso playing Monday? We shall see. We'll talk about it again on Sunday with no doubt. But big up Dundada. Yeah, son, I'm sorry. I'm wrapping it up right now. This is the outro. Like, share, subscribe. Support your quality content. Yes, sir. Big up Dundada. Getting in here. Get out of here, Jacob. Yep, I do got to go. Big kisses to Jacob Jr. I appreciate that. 3-0, 2 to Son, 1 to Madison. Clean sheets by Vicario. Oh, my goodness. Ellie with another super chat, a 20-pound super chat, says for your boy. Look at that, son. You just came on screen and you got a 20-pound super chat. Wow. Thank you so much, Ellie. I appreciate that so much. It means a lot. Not only, I was going to come here and say thank you at the very end. Yeah, they're saying I can't go because they keep super chatting, boo. So, son, you got to get over here. Get in front of the screen. Work. We're doing a marathon stream. Get in your super chat. I was just playing. But, Ellie, thank you so much. You have blessed me. What is this, the 4th? Let me count. You put 1. You put 2, 3, and now 4 super chats today. Ellie, thank you so much. If you continue to bless me, then my whole face is going to turn Arsenal red because I'm going to be blushing. So thank you so much for your support, for my family, support for the channel. As you know, all this money that I get on YouTube, after YouTube take their percentage, I do use it on my family. So you just saw one of the damn food that he eats is so expensive. Anyway, I'm not going to do that on the stream, but y'all know, any parents out there know how damn expensive the shit's getting. But big up every single person. Big up Ellie. Yes, everyone big up Ellie in the chat right now. Ellie's nothing but dubs. Give her big ups. You're blessed, Jacob. A beautiful. I am absolutely blessed. And if I stay any longer, my wife may leave me. So I do got to keep this family together. So big up everybody who has been showing love. I appreciate it. Know the vibes are always immaculate. And know, even if you don't super chat, that I see you, I hear you, and I'm glad that you're here. Because look, life's hard enough. I'm never going to get you on this channel and start trying to bum you out. All I'm going to do is try and provide immaculate vibes, maybe distract you or help you along in your day. But I appreciate you. You have helped me along in my day. You've made me feel blessed as well. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll with 126 votes. And over half of y'all are really just saying, we're going to win, no doubt. Hated the wait, but we got to win, no doubt. And before I could even end off and continue to end, Hassan Ali has hit a £5 super chat again. Y'all are blessing me, and I'm just trying to end the show, but oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Hassan says, please pipe Arsenal to the league. I beg Spurs. Look, tomorrow, Chelsea better go get the 3 points versus Arsenal, I pray. Then we get the 3 points at Fulham. Now we got a 3-point lead on Arsenal. Talk to me nicely every single time. But thank you so much, Hassan. You came in to just bless the channel. Thank you so much. Also, I want to say thank you again to Moondog with the first super chat of the day. Kate coming in with the second super chat of the day. Ellie, not just starting she just getting warmed up with that super chat. But then David Shear also hit us with a super sticker. Thank you, David Shear. And then Ellie, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 super chats, and the 4th one was the biggest one yet. So thank you so much, Ellie, for all the love you're showing to the channel and to my family. Adrian Chia, thank you for the super chat as well. It's been a while since I've seen you here, Adrian Chia, but I hope you are too blessed to be stressed. And Hassan, hitting us late but hitting us great with the final super chat of the day. Thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in and hit that like. We are going and we are charging towards 150 likes. So those of you on playback, please do hit that like on your way in or out. If you are watching an hour and 48 minutes in, big up. Thank you so much for those of you on playback for doing that. And until next time, folks, again, tomorrow, the laugh along. Tune in. We'll have some fun. Nothing too serious. Hopefully we get a bunch to laugh at. I'll come up with something witty. I'll come up with witty names. We'll have a good time. We'll be there. I hope you will be too. But until next time, stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Kush, 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 kush.